Today we're going to learn about the present perfect tense. This tense is very useful in English because we use it to talk about past actions that are connected to the present. In many situations we know that something happened in the past, but we do not say exactly when. This is the key idea of the present perfect. The time is not specific. First, let's look at how we form the present perfect. The structure is subject plus the verb to have plus past participle. We use have with I, you, we, they and has with he, she, it. For example, I have seen the film, you have been to Spain, he has studied English, she has played the guitar, we have written an email, they have spoken to the teacher. In everyday conversation we usually use contractions, such as, I've seen, you've been, he's studied, she's played, we've written, they've spoken. Now let's talk about when we use the present perfect. One common use is for life experiences. This means something happened in your life, but you do not say exactly when. For example, I've been to Australia, she has seen that movie, we've visited the museum, they've eaten Japanese food. We often use ever and never with this meaning. For example, I've never been to Australia, have you ever seen that film? Another use of the present perfect is to talk about changes that happen over time. These changes started in the past and are still true now. For example, I've gotten older, she has become more confident, the city has grown a lot, technology has changed our lives. These actions describe a process or development that continues until now. We also use the present perfect for actions that started in the past and continue until the present. In this case we often use the words since and for. For example, I've had a headache since Tuesday, we haven't seen the dog since last month, I've loved music since I was a baby. Another example is, she has lived in Madrid for 5 years, they have worked at the company since 2020. These sentences show that the action began in the past and continues today. The present perfect can also describe actions that have happened several times in a period of time that is not finished. For example, I've had a burger for dinner 5 times this week, she has watched 3 films today, we have listened to the radio a lot this month. The time period, this week, today, this month, is still continuing. Now let's look at the negative form of the present perfect. The structure is subject plus have or has plus not plus past participle. In spoken English we normally use contractions, haven't and hasn't. For example, I haven't seen that program, you haven't been to the cinema, he hasn't studied today, she hasn't played the piano this week, we haven't written the report, they haven't spoken to the teacher. These sentences show that something has not happened yet. To use the present perfect correctly, we also need to understand the past participle. With regular verbs, the past participle is the same as the past simple form. We usually add ed, d, or I to the verb. For example, play played, walk walked, like liked, hate hated, try tried, study studied. So we can say, I've played football, she has studied English, we've walked to the park. However, many common verbs are irregular, and their past participles are different. For example, go gone, take taken, eat eaten, write written, speak spoken, drive driven, wear worn, wake woken. So, we say, I've gone to the cinema, she has eaten dinner, they've written an email, we've spoken to the teacher. Let's look at some examples using TV, films, and media vocabulary. For example, I've seen that movie on TV, she has watched the news today, we've listened to that song on the radio, they've read the magazine, he has played a part in a musical, the actor has recorded a new program. We often use the preposition on when talking about television or radio, such as on TV, on the radio, on Channel 5. To summarize, the present perfect is formed with have or has plus past participle. We use it to talk about life experiences, changes over time, actions that continue until now, and actions that happened in the past without saying exactly when. This tense is very useful because it helps us connect the past with the present, which is something we do very often in everyday English conversations.